Are you nuts?
A broken rib takes like months to heal.
Was war denn da los? Der Müller stellt eine freche Frage und Alissa droht gleich damit, ihm eine Rippe zu brechen? Taffe Frau.
Viel hat sich geändert, vieles ist neu. Es ist eine spannende Zeit für Arch Enemy und wir sitzen hier mit Alissa und Michael. Thanks for joining us. Hello there. First of all, how's your rib?
I think it's healed now.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's feeling better.
Because I read about this and you kept on touring.
Yeah.
Are you nuts?
Well, I mean, look at it this way. A broken rib takes like months to heal. So I would have had to have canceled like 30 shows, which doesn't make any sense. So.
But it must have been hard on the breathing and all.
Yeah, it was. It hurts a little bit now, but it's way better now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Michael, new album, new singer, new guitar player. That's quite a lot of stuff to get used to, right?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, quite a few changes. Last year was pretty chaotic and a lot of things happened. But, you know, the end result is this, which is really fantastic.
You might have been asked that like a trillion times, but how did you feel when Angela suddenly announced that she would step down?
You're actually the first person to ask me that question.
Really?
Yeah, no. No, I mean, you know, for us in the band, you know, for me, myself, Daniel, and Charlie, it wasn't such a huge surprise, really. There had been a lot of, you know, discussions leading up to that point. It just didn't come out of the blue. We were just faced with two options last year, and that was, you know, okay, Angela's leaving, let's stop the band. That was great. We had a fantastic career. Just leave it at that. Or why don't we just write some more songs and try to find a new singer?
It was Angela's idea, right?
Well, yeah, she suggested Lisa, and that was great because, I mean, I can't really think of anybody else who could do it, to be honest, to come in and do what Lisa's done.
When they told you that they wanted you to be in the band, were you more like, okay, I'm in? Or were you like, oh my God, oh my God.
Exactly like that, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm super excited.
I was excited, but I was also just, like, I needed to talk to Angela right away because I was just confused, actually. And, you know, like some fans might experience too, I was like, wait, but Angela's not going to sing anymore, but I want her to sing, you know? So I was even like that, you know?
With Angela still being sort of managing the band in the background, still being part of the family, at first I thought, to me it sounded like sort of a constitutional monarchy, you know? With you being the prime minister and her still being the queen.
Well, I mean, there's a big divide between what a business manager does and what a lead singer does, actually. So they're not really all that associated, actually. And she does a great job managing. I'm used to actually doing that also, and she's used to doing both as well. And now both of us get to just focus on one thing, which is great for both of us, I think.
Angela actually has been managing the band for 6 years. We didn't see a reason to change up, fire her as the manager or something like this. It's a strange situation, I know. It's like probably the first time this has ever happened, you know.
Maybe,
there's been like a very friendly split. The new singer and the old singer are like, you know, in touch and friends, and that. I think that's quite rare.
So when you took a new singer into consideration, was it clear from the beginning that you were going to look for a female artist?
We never really tried out anybody else. We never had a short list of any other singers, male, female, transgender, nothing. It was just very quickly Elisa was in the picture. And I guess our minds wandered towards a female singer immediately anyway, because we had one for 12 years, 13 years. I think Arch Enemy, that's a part of our sound, a part of our presentation, part of who this band is.
Yeah, but I guess Angela actually never made much of the term female-fronted, right? So what do you think about that? Is that even a topic?
I think it's a little silly to call female-fronted a genre of metal, because that means that Arch Enemy and Epica and Nightwish and Within Temptation and In This Moment are all the same genre, which we're not at all, you know?
Yeah,
like,
and on
totally
the other hand, you don't
music.
have male-fronted metal, right, as a category.
Exactly, because then that would incorporate, you know, 99% of all metal, which would be a little bit loose in terms of telling you what kind of music you're going to get.
In Arch Enemy, it's pretty much the guitars that do the singing. But now you have a new singer who, unlike other shouters out there, actually has a great, clean voice. Any plans on working with that in the near future, maybe?
Well, I mean, I love exploring all sorts of different kinds of vocals, and I, continue to do like the clean singing with Camelot and with a couple other projects I'm working on. But I think, there's like a pretty good sound to Arch Enemy as it is now, and it's not really necessary to mess it up. I think that the way it is now with the guitars singing and the vocals being more of the heavy and rhythmic instrument, that works really well. But I would be open to it if it works for the song.
You never know. It might be all melodic vocals. We'll sell out.
Singer-songwriter
Sell
stuff.
out on your 10th or 11th album. Not selling out when it could have actually worked, 10 years ago.
Wir wüssten gerne von euch, hat Alyssa das Zeug dazu, Angela zu ersetzen? Hat euch das Interview gefallen? Dann liken, teilen und Kanal abonnieren. Jeden Dienstag und Freitag gibt es neue Videos. Falls ihr Shirts, CDs oder LPs von Arch Enemy haben wollt, die gibt's natürlich bei EMP. Klickt einfach auf den Link unten in der Beschreibung. Bis zum nächsten Mal, sagen Jan und Markus.